I come in?
Come in.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, sirs.
Good afternoon. Have your seat, Divya.
Thank you, sir.
Introduce yourself.
Sir, my name is Divya Shakti and I belong basically from Muzaffarpur in Bihar. Currently staying in Betia, that's in West Champaran district in Bihar. I have done my dual degree from BITS Pilani, which included BE in computer science and masters in economics. Thereafter, I worked with an American investment bank for 2 years before starting my preparation for UPSC.
So what are you doing right now?
Currently, I'm only preparing for the exam, sir.
Okay, Divya, you have opted only for 5 kinds of jobs.
Yes, sir.
Why not other jobs?
Sir, all the jobs I believe have unique opportunities that they offer. But sir, when I quit the job with my limited knowledge and understanding of all the jobs that are offered, I found that the jobs that I have opted for would be better. I would be more interested in them.
If let's say you fail to clear this exam finally, what is your plan B?
Sir, currently I don't have any plan B. I'll reappear for my another attempt.
Let's say if you exhaust all the attempts and still you fail to clear.
Sir, I'll think about it then.
Okay, you don't have a ready-made plan B.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so as a master of economics, do you understand that the present policy stand of the RBI for last couple of years is moving the right direction?
Yes, sir. I believe RBI in the current situation of slowing economy is not only using the conventional measures but also certain non-conventional measures to boost the economy and provide a boost to the demand in the economy.
Which are the non-conventional measures they are using?
Sir, some of the non-conventional measures that come to my mind right now are Operation Twist. Currently it has announced long-term repo operations, and these are the two that.
What is Operation Twist?
Sir, Operation Twist is an operation in which RBI performs selling and purchasing of instruments. The only difference is in the term of the security that is being purchased and sold. So currently, RBI has purchased long-term securities and has sold short-term securities.
How it will impact the working of banks? Let's say I'm RBI, I'm purchasing long-term securities and offering cash for long-term period to banks and selling them short-term securities and taking back cash for short-term period.
Sir, its impact is twofold. First of all, the amount sold and the amount purchased remain same, so the net liquidity in the market is not affected. Also, sir, the price of any instrument is inversely related to the yield. So, suppose if the government is buying long-term securities, its price will increase and the yield will decrease, which will provide long-term loans available at lesser interest rate.
It appears that it is being done basically to induce investors to move their money away from the bond market to the share market. If yield declines in the debt market, the investors have no choice, mutual funds and other companies, but to move their fund away from debt security market into the share market.
Sir, I need to go back and look at this, the exact thing that you are mentioning.
Okay. What is liquidity trap?
So liquidity trap refers to a condition in which the inflation and both the inflation and the growth rate, the inflation remains high and the growth remains very low. So it forms the kind of trap where it's very difficult to boost the demand. It is called liquidity trap.
How Keynes explained liquidity trap in terms of rate of interest and supply of cash, that is supply of money?
Sir, can I take 2 minutes to think? Sir, I fail to recollect the exact.
When supply of money is increased in a normal condition, given a particular demand for cash, which is constant, and you are increasing supply of cash, natural corollary is that interest rate should decline.
Yes, sir.
But the trap is that even if supply is being increased, the rate of interest remains stably high.
Okay, sir.
It's a trap.
Yes, sir.
Because people develop money holding urge.
Yes, sir.
RBI is reducing rate of interest for last couple of years, but the RBI's report itself says that interest rate is declining and investment is still declining, which is abnormal. Normal is that if interest rate is reduced, investment rate should increase. Now, interest rate is declining and investment is also declining. Do you think our economy is either into the liquidity trap or is close to, on the brink of liquidity trap?
Sir, I'm not sure if it is close to the liquidity trap, but there are various factors that are contributing to a non-increase in investment despite a decline in the interest rate. One of the reasons, sir, prominent reasons is the situation of the banks where NPAs were high and the banks were in a mode where they are not willing to very aggressively lend funds to the market.
Why?
Sir, because there is a double balance sheet problem, as it was mentioned by the economic survey, where the lenders and the debtors both have their balance sheet in a slightly poor state. The companies which had already taken the funds are not able to repay their loans, which is stressing the balance sheet of the banks, and they are not able to release new funds in the
Because
market.
banks are in tight liquidity condition.
I think so, sir.
Okay, thank you. Good.
So, student of geography, right? Look, and belong to Bihar.
Yes, sir.
Look, 2019 Southwest monsoon season. Just before Southwest monsoon season, there was Muzaffarpur syndrome, right? And just after or during what Southwest monsoon, there was Patna flood. My first question is what? Why after what onset of Southwest monsoon, suddenly Muzaffarpur syndrome has vanished? What was the reason?
So the research for the exact reason causing the onset of the acute encephalitis syndrome and its decline is not known, but it has been said that there are three factors, 3 Gs as they have been called, affect the condition of AES in Muzaffarpur. So Garmi is one of the 3 Gs, and it is seen, a general trend is seen that when rainfall, the first showers are received, the disease, it generally
Why
decreases.
Patna in particular targeted by Southwest monsoon for devastating flood? Why?
Sir, floods are part of a natural cycle of monsoon, and it is not that just Patna was affected. So the urban flood, which is an upcoming situation, particularly
I'm
caused.
talking about devastating flood, not talking about flood. So
Sir,
I'm talking about devastating flood was a disastrous. Flood is normal case, is not disastrous, not devastating. So what is the basic reason? What is specific reason for occurrence of flood, devastating flood in Patna itself?
Sir, in my opinion, as far as I can recall, the reason was that the drains were not very clear, and since it's an urban
It
area.
was also last year. It was not new. Drain was not clear in 2018, but there was no flood,
Sir,
not devastating flood.
sir, I think I need to go back and look at it.
What is the concept of heat island? Do you consider across Bihar, the most important heat island is Patna itself?
Sir, Patna is the most urbanized place in Bihar. So heat island effect is most prominent over there due to the concretization.
Okay, second thing is what? Southwest monsoon stay for more than 1 week in Patna itself. So what is the concept of pressure gradient responsible for attracting Southwest monsoon in Patna itself? Why not Southwest monsoon move ahead? Why accumulated in what Patna itself? The normal course is going to move actually western part of India.
Yes, sir. Sir, I am not sure. I think I'll need to go back and look at it.
Look, we are experiencing two type of revolution. One is called green revolution and the second called industrial revolution. Industrial revolution is the fourth one and the green revolution is second one. My question is what first green revolution was not green and not revolution at all. Do you consider this as a true fact? Or this is a what largely true?
Sir,
It was not green and it was not revolution. And that's why we need second green revolution.
Sir, the first green revolution was successful and it definitely increased the total grain production in India.
My question is why not it was green? Do you consider first green revolution was green,
Sir,
eco-friendly?
Sir, if we consider the environmental impacts of the first green revolution, the measures turned out to be a little short-sighted in the sense that the irrigation through tube wells was promoted in certain states.
Okay, second green revolution having wide prospect in Bihar because second green revolution based on dryland farming as well as wetland farming. My question is what are the districts of Bihar is important for wetland farming And what are the districts of Bihar important for dryland farming?
Sir, the northern Bihar, the northern plains in the Bihar are suitable for wetland farming, especially.
No, whole western part of Bihar is dry, including your mother district. That is called what? Saran. Saran up to what? Western part of West Champaran, that is drought prone area, right? So whole western part, whole eastern part is what? Wetland. Okay, my next question is what? Kisan Chachi from Muzaffarpur is worldwide famous. Do you know who is Kisan Chachi?
No, sir, I don't know about
You
that.
must know. Look, your hobby is what? Mithila painting. So we use Mithila painting in that area in Gidhari and Matkor. What is Gidhari? What is Matkor?
Sir, Matkor is basically Mati Korna, which is a process during the wedding ceremony where we go to a land and we dig it, and then we use the Mati for the other purposes.
So Mithila painting we use during marriage ceremony.
Yes, sir.
So what particular place we choose for painting of Mithila painting in a home itself?
Sir, it is the new room in which the bride and the groom are going to stay. We use that room for
What
painting.
particular color we use at that time? Color?
Sir, I think we use red or gear color to
Geru color.
gear. Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Divya,
Yes, sir.
you did your BTech in computer science.
Yes, sir.
So how is your IT industry doing at present time? Are they doing very well?
Sir, industry is doing well. However, its rate of increase is slightly decreasing than the initial boom that we saw.
So how we export IT products per year?
Sir, the exact figure? Sir,
Around.
I
Okay.
can't recall the exact
We are
figure.
doing very well in our IT field, but we are still unable to develop any browser, any operating software. Why we are unable to develop these kind of social media platforms? What do you think?
Sir, in my opinion, our IT industry was developed in a way to service the demands of the country MNCs. And the focus initially was less on research and developing new IPRs. However, currently new startups are coming up which are trying to design their own products. So, sir, the initial focus on servicing and creating jobs as per the MNC requirement, it can be a reason for this.
So tell me some indigenous operating system, Indian operating system that our IT industry develop. Do you know any name? Any OS?
Sir, indigenous? No, sir.
Any browser?
Browser?
Yeah.
Sir, I'm not able to recall any browser also right now.
Okay. Last year there is a movement in France, Yellow Vest movement. Are you aware about that?
Yes, sir.
Please tell me.
Sir, Yellow Vest movement was a movement in France and it was seen as a response to increasing unemployment and decreasing social...
Is it against employment or unemployment?
Sorry, sir?
It was against employment or unemployment?
So it was against unemployment prevailing there.
Okay. What do you understand by gender issue?
Sir, there are many manifestations of gender issues. It can be seen in economic, political and social terms. For example, sir, there exists a gender disparity in the economic participation of women, in the political participation, and also in the daily social phenomenon that we face. For example, the share in decision making in a home, their gender rights, etc.
So gender busting is also a gender issue.
Sorry, sir?
Gender busting is also a gender issue.
Sir, gender budgeting is a response to the gender issues that our society faces.
Okay. We have the two schedule, 5th schedule and 6th schedule in our constitution. So what is the 5th schedule?
Sir, I fail to recall the exact schedule
Okay.
provision.
Not I'm asking exact provision. Just tell me where it is applicable.
Sir, I need to go back and look at it.
Okay. My last question is, how does patriarchy affect the man?
Sir, patriarchy affects both the pillars of the society, females and males also. In my opinion, it affects males by putting undue pressure on the male to run the family, to bear the burden of all the financial constraints that a family is facing. It sometimes also results in a frustration in females when they are not able to be seen to fulfill their responsibilities by their family and the society, which can have many effects on them, on their mental health as well.
Okay, thank you, Divya.
Thank you, sir.
Divya,
Yes, ma'am.
India was supposed to be launching GSAT-1 today, but it has been delayed for certain reasons. Can you tell me why are we launching GSAT-1 when we already have remote sensing satellites?
Ma'am, I am not sure about it.
Okay, no problem. You are a student of computer science, and from there we can emanate the issue of data privacy. What India is doing about data privacy right now, when huge amount of data has been reported to have been leaked from India, be it medical data, be it Aadhaar data, and many other data. The citizens of data is not really secure if we look at these trends. So, what is India doing about it?
Ma'am, India has currently a draft data regulation bill that is under consideration.
Which is under consideration since how long?
Ma'am, I have been reading it in news since past 2 years. So exact timeline I'm not sure of.
No, that's the timeline, and that's what I'm saying, that India is not taking it very actively and very sincerely. Meanwhile, hordes of data has leaked from its borders. What are the other measures that have been implemented up to now? The draft, it's still in draft stages.
Ma'am, there was a declaration by RBI that all the payment companies, they need to store their financial payment related data in India. Also, there was a provision requiring all the e-commerce companies, if I am able to recall it rightly, to store their data, to store a copy of data in India.
A copy of data, right, but it's still leaving India's borders. We do not have any security right now, right?
Yes, ma'am. I think the reason is the data, we are generating huge amount of data, and also the manifestations of regulating data flow can have huge implications on our economy and also day-to-day security of the citizens. So instead of taking a hasty decision, it should be a well-deliberated decision that is flexible enough to incorporate the upcoming issues that the data usage can face.
Okay. Muzaffarpur was in news for certain other things also, apart from the ones you discussed with sir. Can you tell me what was it?
Ma'am, it was in news for many things. One of the positive things that I could tell you is that Muzaffarpur recently became the first, it became the Indian city that gave the first female pilot to our Navy. And it was Shivangi, who is the first female Navy pilot.
Okay. What I was intending to hear was the shelter case that had happened in Muzaffarpur too. We see that since women have been the targets of the violence and the abuse, we have many laws now for women, but such laws are not so active or being implemented with such seriousness when it comes to children. The shelter case was one of the examples. It took a long time. Why is it that India as a country is not safeguarding its children? Why the laws are lax, or maybe their implementation, their reporting is so lax?
Ma'am, India recently it modified its Prevention of Child Sexual Offences Act, and it has definitely tried to strengthen it. However, having said that, there can be many reasons that contribute to the lack of implementation or a delay in implementation. Ma'am, first thing that comes to my mind is that sexual harassment in India has been a very taboo thing. So generally people do not report it. And second reason is that generally the perpetrators of such crime are belonging in the family. So there is another tendency to hide that thing so that the reputation of family is not harmed. Apart from that, ma'am, the judicial timeline of any case is too long. So people think it's better to be not entangled, and also the cases that are going on in the judiciary take very long, and it kind of delays the justice that is being delivered to the people.
Okay. My last question to you, there was in news body called NARI. Can you tell me what is it about?
Ma'am, I'm not
The
sure.
National Authority of River Interlinking of India?
A National Authority of
River Interlinking?
River Interlinking, yes,
India.
ma'am.
Can you tell me what its status?
Ma'am, I'm not sure of the current status, although I'm aware of the National River Interlinking project.
Okay, thank you.
Divya,
Yes, sir.
your name is composed of two words, Divya and Shakti.
Yes, sir.
So, with which part of the name you identify more?
Sir, I identify with the part Shakti more because it gives me confidence, and sometimes I look up to the part of divinity also, because in our tradition, it is believed that each human being has certain divine features within himself or herself.
And Shakti means power.
Yes, sir.
And power in bureaucracy has a negative connotation.
Yes, sir.
So, how do you see yourself balancing the power that you will get as a bureaucrat?
Sir, I would personally prefer the term authority instead of the term power, because you mentioned of its negative
Authority also has a negative connotation.
Sir, but authority gives a sense of accountability also, while power is generally perceived to be non-accountable. However, sir, having said that, it is very important that no bureaucrat misuses his or her power, and for that we need to ensure that the accountability is
There are so many cases of abuse of power, especially by bureaucrats.
Sir, I think if we increase the accountability of the bureaucracy, the misuse of the power will certainly decrease.
Okay. What do you understand by red tape?
Red tape. Sir, red tape is referred to a condition in which it is seen that during the course of implementation of certain laws and ensuring that the laws are met properly, there is a delay in the projects, etc., which is referred to as red tapeism.
Okay. So, if delay leads to better outcome, is the delay justified?
I'm sorry, sir.
If the delay leads to a better outcome, is the delay justified then?
Sir, if a delay is leading to a better outcome, then I think in that case delay is justified.
Okay, fine. Can you tell me what is Blue Dot Network?
Sir, Blue Dot Network is an initiative by United States of America, which provides accreditation to the infrastructure projects going on in the various parts of the world, and the accreditation in turn would help in ensuring the
Funding
yes,
for these projects.
Yes, sir.
And is it essentially in opposition to the BRI initiative of China?
Sir, it is seen as an opposition to the BRI initiative of China. However, in my opinion, sir, these are two very different, they have very different approaches. While Blue Dot Network focuses on the accreditation and ease of funding part, in the BRI, the actual funding is being done by the government of China
Okay, tell
itself.
me what do you understand by debt trap? It seems Sri Lanka is in a debt trap. So why Sri Lanka is in a debt trap?
Sir, debt trap is a term which refers to a condition in which the person is being offered loans, a huge amount of loan at rates at which it will not be able to repay. However, since the debt offer seems very lucrative, it acts as a trap for the person who is being offered it.
Okay. Recently there's a threat of this COVID-19. You understand what is it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the Indian government is saying that we'll follow a cluster approach to deal with this problem. What is a cluster approach?
Sir, I'm not sure I've read about the clustered approach to dealing with COVID-19. I need to go back and look at it.
You come from Muzaffarpur in Bihar,
Yes, sir.
and it was also like sometimes back affected by a particular kind of fever, Chamki Bukhar. What was Chamki Bukhar?
Sir, Chamki Bukhar is referred to as acute encephalitis syndrome, and it is a syndrome that incorporates various symptoms like convulsions and low blood sugar. However, the exact cause of the fever is not known, sir, and it is generally seen to be associated with increasing heat, malnutrition, and lower level of sanitation in the area.
Okay, my final question to you. The Bihar government implemented liquor ban.
Yes, sir.
If you are made director tourism of Bihar government, then you understand that without liquor, the tourist potential of a state is very much reduced. So how you will tackle these twin challenges of increasing tourism and also at the same time ensuring that the liquor ban remains in place?
Sir, in my opinion, tourism across India varies from states to state. The tourist target varies from state to state. For example, in states like Goa, Kerala, etc., the tourists generally come for recreation. But in Bihar, tourism is mainly religion based, which is Buddhism, Jainism, and also certain degree of Hindu and Sikhism tourism is there. Sir, religious tourists are not much affected by the level of...
Isn't that a value judgment that you are making? Why should a religious tourist not be wanting to have liquor?
Sir, the religions that we are referring to have, they themselves favor prohibition and certain degree of self-discipline. And I'm not saying, sir, it does not completely impact.
You will ensure that liquor ban remains in place?
Yes, sir. It's a decision of the government of India. As a bureaucrat, the only duty is to implement the decision.
Divya, when the constitution was finalized in 1949 and even when it was adopted in 1950, Article 19 contained right to freedom of wealth.
Yes.
And naturally, Patel approved it, Nehru approved it, Ambedkar also approved it. Perhaps Gandhi would also have approved it. Why then, after more than 2 decades, a need emerged in the 1970s to remove this right to wealth from the fundamental right part?
Sir, as far as my understanding is concerned, the right to wealth and was seen to be to implement the socialistic provision of our government, wherein we need to reduce the inequalities prevalent in the different sections of society, which was seen as a more important thing for a country like India facing the high degree of poverty. It was seen that removal of inequality supersedes the right to wealth of an individual.
After 1991, many parties have come to power in center and states, and they have stopped making appeal in the name of socialism and socialist pattern of society. So across all the parties, socialism has ceased to be an ideological commitment. So do you think this is the right time for us to revert back to the original position by amending the constitution?
Sir, in my opinion, even though the ideologies of the political parties might have changed, but the inequalities in our country remain high. And even now, when the opportunities are limited and there is a growing digital divide in the country and most of the economy being digitally driven, in my opinion, sir, it would not be appropriate to revert back to the right of wealth.
Okay, one of the advocates of equality in Indian society and politics was Mr. Ram Manohar Lohia. Can you throw some light on his way of defining socialist society or socialism?
Sir, I need to go back and read his exact tenets of socialism.
Have you heard about Mr. Ram Manohar Lohia?
Yes, sir, I've heard about him.
Okay, what is his contribution in national movement?
Sir, I need to go back and study his.
You don't know anything about him?
Sir, I have heard about him and I know, but I fail to recall it right now, sir.
Okay, there is a Ram Manohar Lohia hospital in Delhi.
Yes, sir.
There is another hospital in Lucknow.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we know, all of us, we know about Bhagat Singh and his idea of socialism and communism. But we also hear about Sukhdev. What are the contributions of Sukhdev in freedom?
Sir, I'll need to go back and look at it.
Okay, Bhagat Singh?
Sir, Bhagat Singh believed in equality and he was also against use of religion and other social dogmas while deciding the status of a person. So this is all I can recall now.
Why Ambedkar, who was a very strong champion of equality, allowed right to freedom of wealth to be part of fundamental right?
Sir, I'm not sure what was his exact thinking while allowing it. So I don't think I'm in a position to comment on it.
Okay, nice talking to you, Divya. Your interview is over. You may go now.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Have your seat.
Thank you, sir.
So you're called Divya or Divya?
Sir, Divya.
Divya. Okay. So how did you find your interview? What is your experience and how do you rate your performance?
Sir, I need to study a lot. Half of the questions, though, I did not answer only. So I think I need to study.
You are left with around roughly 20 days, 18 days.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so which are the areas you think that you should study?
Sir asked questions from IT industry, especially about Indian IT industry, which I was not able to answer. So I should study more about Indian IT.
Where from you'll get the latest information?
Sir, I'll Google.
Have you heard the name of ASSOCHAM?
Yes, sir.
On their website, you got all the
Okay, sir.
latest information. Hardware, software, everything. What else?
Sir, I need to revise my optional, a quick glance of my optional, and also the economy things related to India, the economic background of India, because I have my master's.
Which paper you studied in Masters of Economics?
Sir, it was a basic course with micro, macro, and certain statistical parts of it.
Monetary, finance, foreign trade.
So there were one courses pertaining to each, but actually the program is more skewed towards the computer science.
Okay. See, after the discussion, we have found that your interviews was good, very good. You are very sincere, having very strong background, and you maintain a very pleasant presence here, with mostly relaxed gestures and a smiling face. Certain points we are eager to help you get through this time only,
Yes, sir.
so that you don't need to repent about a lack of plan B. Okay, so 2-3 points. One, are you very comfortable with this size of a specs?
I have been wearing this for past 1 year, but I am planning to change to another.
With a small,
Yes,
slightly smaller.
It's a rectangular frame.
So that's in appearance.
Yes, sir.
In your answering method, on occasions you have guessed in answering. You have made guesses. That's not acceptable.
Okay, sir.
If you don't know, if you're not sure, see, there are 3 things. If you know, answer. If you don't know, don't answer at all. Okay, because these bureaucrats are very serious about this kind of misrepresentation. It's considered forgery, and forgery once was a capital crime. People were hanged for forgery.
Okay.
So if you don't know, don't answer.
Okay, sir.
Humbly say, I'm sorry, sir. You have said it. I'll have to go and read it. If you are not sure whether you know or not, you have a faint idea that perhaps I know, then ask for permission. Sir, I'm not very sure about it, but if you permit, I'll like to make an attempt.
Okay, sir.
And on occasions your answer were a little longer than expected in interview mode. Interview mode is very objective because it's a very limited time. So try to make it to the point. 1, 2, 3, maximum 3 points in the first go. 2 is also good enough. On certain questions, 1 point is good enough. If they ask you to elaborate, then elaborate the points in which you are eager to elaborate.
Okay, sir.
Let them ask you as many questions as possible. If your answer would be lengthy, the number of questions would be reduced.
Okay, sir.
Okay, and read something about socialism. See, the reason is that your interview date is 23rd March. 23rd March is incidentally birthday of Ram Manohar Lohia and hanging day of Bhagat Singh and Sukhdev, and third one?
Rajguru.
Rajguru. So not only Bhagat Singh, you have to read about Sukhdev and Rajguru also. And because you have worked in an American company, so there is a natural question that are you bogged down by the American ideology of capitalism, or have you developed ideological affinity to your own constitutional ideology which you defended, socialism, equality, etc. But there should be a theoretical background behind it. The other points were value addition, but overall your interview was very impressive.
Okay, sir.
We hope that you'll perform much better there.
Okay, sir. One of my questions is, generally I have got this feedback in all my interviews that your answers are not very crisp, but I don't understand how exactly to add that crispness element to the answers. If you all can provide any guidance.
Whenever you watch carefully the delivery of sentence which containing question, look for the critical word which is containing the core question. Should have a blurred view of the whole sentence and sharp view of the word containing the core question, and come directly to answer that core of the question.
Okay, sir.
And understand the intent of the question. Like when I asked you about the liquor ban in Bihar, and you as a director of tourism, rather than explaining the ban, you should be explaining how you will tackle it. There are 2 points of views, like how to encourage tourism, for which liquor may be an important criteria, and the other thing is to the social dynamics for which the state government has imposed the ban. So if you speak to the point and you straight away come to the point, I think it will make your answers crisp.
Yeah, in that question, promotion of tourism was the core point.
Okay, sir.
And whether liquor ban is an impediment to that is just complementary part.
I failed to understand that.
Give example of Gujarat, not give example of others. Gujarat having total liquor ban, and this is most prosperous state as far as tourism is considered. Fastest growth rate of tourism. So you have taken wrong example. When you use a simulation model, use right actual example. Then there would be perfect simulation. Student of computer science.
Yes, sir.
Never do analoguing. Analoguing is important when you have no other examples.
Okay, all the best, Divya.
Thank you. Thank you.